La Liga player of the season discussions so. Then he about a little bit of transfers. But first of all, Mami Sha same friend for Jose Mourinho story now we hear, you know, about Ninsem now catch a techie for no. Fancy Jose Mourinho oya ye nyamransem kakra. Ana o katane ni akan sembi achire techie for na odwen hu ko achira eye didi atema eni kwanse obi afane lightly. Hwe na me ni obia nya adwen obeka se Jose Mourinho ye racist abra Akomeah the comment na omole Galatasaray meboa Akomeah the comment say Galatasaray for no omo celebrate and omo be say monkeys
yeah
me ka omo defend Jose Mourinho we say Jose Mourinho onye racist but fancy and me say the attempt we now we di omo for the second time no he's slightly moving towards that particular line.
That's all my attention maso.
Attention ne maso. But we di o matempa.
Oh yeah.
Ose no nyama Turkey no.
The last 7 years on our ball European finals too. More than the entire history of Turkish football.
More than the entire history of Turkish football. Boy, Turkish football no kan wase. He's talking about the entire history of Turkey as a nation.
Oh, how?
Okay. Very good question. So Abusami say, oh, how? Newton Atina Europe a check akra. Italy, Spain, meboa. Ni mienu nyina. What Busan was said, di ntina no mo frɛ Turkey, the sick man of Europe. Yarefo a Sebi o Europe. Inti Germany for ni di Turkey for na tema mo se mo de mo ya yarefo. Italy for ni bi di Turkey for na se mo so edi o matema mo so mo ya yarefo. Ni nyina confirm bra ni nyina agina. On say the Ottoman Empire ne be Turkey. Now, this is how all of these came about. Also, the Ottoman Empire nankasane from the Ottoman dynasty. During the 13th century, na omo dominate Turkey paano. Near from the Seljuk dynasty.
Okay.
Now, Seljuk dynasty no. There was a Mongol invasion. In Tubekaya, there is a certain man be a friend Genghis Khan. And yes, in the 3 months year pa. On why an address obe conquer Asia. Obe conquer Europe, obe conquer North Africa, obe conquer Babia. It's the Mongol invasion no etete Seljuk dynasty for na ho den so kakra. Na no na Ottoman Empire for na so Ottoman dynasty for no more far away a town closer to Berza, which is quite closer to Turkey. Na sa town near friend Sorgut. Na sa Sorgut town na no mu wo mu no mu se Seljuk for no ebra no brase no. Ana mu no tutu o mana mo ebe tutuna Seljuk for no se da bi. Some over from the end, yes, we be to Atena Mosunia Beji Kruni, the Aboy and Hoso. Ano Mubeji boss. So the Ottoman Empire started in Anatolia, but baby a free banankasane Sorgut hono. And Anatolia near baby an Seljuk dynasty for near day. Ewo. So that first part of dominance, no. Ano mu decided say, and no better machine said the Mongol for near, you know. It Ottoman Empire no mu control Asia. No more control North Africa. No more control most of the Eastern European nations. It is a me the map me mashada according to so bon say omo baby ana empire ni duru ni na kweche. But mistake ana e koso as at that time ni say abra na the other part of Eastern Europe was no moving forward. Enya more industrialization. Omo ni bie woni oma bebre hu na take ani bie woni oma bebre hu. It where this map Syria e Asia meboa. Palestine Asia. She baby Saudi baby Egypt baby Sudan. No person mo control baby. But their biggest problem is as I said your mobile form no. One, internal attacks are no one can say to try your mon tokwa. Because ebe grow sa no yenya ekokon keten bi wo ma. Fancy omo so gitumi say wose yeso yetete ho. Ama industrialization because Europe were moving forward. Not other nations na ko animu Russia, Serbia, obi e ko nanim. But because it's an Turkey, omo also evolve yourself in the old-fashioned way under Ottoman Empire niti no. Na mi man 2 pon fa mo. De toso miensa. Obe check say no mo military because that is say an bomb aba etu aba mo na se kan ne nyoma na omo da so yusu. It no mo wachire. It fancy baby omo gina say na no mo yes an nyoma woni na that time na Portugal so na Africa. E colonize amanfo. Germany and amasi colonize amanfo. Iti abre wiase asesa na omu gina fako. Iti Europe considers them to be the sick man of Europe. Because tama ye asesa ye no. Tama ne omadane mo na mo wachire kura. Na mo money more from kra. It is him as a Portuguese, no. He is speaking from an angle where he feels say, "Mono mo inferior." I did not just say person or catch mono no.
I think it was specific, say in their entire football history.
On him history, just say Mourinho, who Maria channel. Fancy, he is lying. Because Tama Portugal for kra hunu ball no cannot take your hunu ball away.
101.3
Tama mututu kwan ko colonize amanfo a na omani abra na omoji kro boss di amanfo boss no na take away. It was still under the Ottoman Empire. No mu a chire kra. Iti ono ne pese obo mo se bi mu enkurasefo afi na moni abete. Na me ba na me kura trophy sisi ala mabo final say na me de ba. Na mu kro no mu history na mo aye nyina akwa mo hu sa de we bi da. And a lot of people in Europe consider Turkey for one say, omu slaves so sa aka Iti na ho most of them during the Ottoman Empire, ni tian beba nti na bi call Germany. Iti na bi ya adwuma was coal mines. Emu na kofa most Turkey for amu ebo national team ma Germany say Alten top, Mesut Ozil, sa nkofo ni nam sa ne omani ntia. And when you go to UK, they are dominant over there. Omu na tutu kebab ni ade what UK bebrebe no. Ehonu Sudan ni bia no ono akototo baba omo ana eye Jose is insulting them. There's a thin line bia Jose cross here obi ehunu no aka kire no
Clifford say the rest of Europe crown shouldn't respect Turkey.
The rest of Europe omo for omo nya hwe it is something Jose ka no ase also okasa ne boso kire omo pa wo from racism issue to this.
From the whole Canada, then the first statement now, Galatasaray Fudi can report and say no, omo bench ni to say Sebi Enri. He was not referring to black people. He was referring to Turkey for no omo say omo ye inferior. Omo they don't respect them at all. Omo say Turkey we chire kra. Heard the rest of Europe how we develop now. Take you word kra. And Joseph knows his books, he knows his philosophies, he knows his history. And as some now all can over so chira say one wako who final say 2 in your entire history, 7 years history of boa. Over so chira mo say bi mo muni hwe afina monite. Na nka obo Conference League final na obo Europa League final la. Enye UCL final asem ye kan yo. Can Ukraine nyamierim among the rest of Europe? If you say Jose betima ko gina kwa say ba qualify for Europa League final abo Conference League final. Odi asem no beka che. Meka say wo standard no kra no. E ho no aba fom. But the ntina Turkey na wa huru agi no mo kon so a pamprempe. Because he believes that they are inferior. And Jose coach wo Italy meboa. Wa coach wo Portugal meboa. Yeah.
Wa coach wo England meboa. He has gone around Europe to have enough experience and understand the culture of Turkey and the history of Turkey and go at them. What did you matem? Ope kwan na afiri ho. Eba fom. Onfa na nim guase enko Portugal onsa enko fa national team no. Say no mo de be ma ne dia. No mo de ama no. But I think it is not fair. It's not being fair to them at all. Obe fa na ni ani se waka ne kwa. But deep within history, he's telling them some things and showing them some identity in the munchi free ha. Monko. O check the La Liga Best Player of the Season award now. Fancy. And the football, they were a developing corner. Yaya Bejina Finfin Kakra. Do we deal with statistics alone? Or do we deal with pure football? Also, the positioning of players are quite different. Anyhow, we compare them and pick the best out of them. 18 and Obiba catch us. Oh, look at Modric cried, he says goes J Ballon d'Or. You are right. But in the context of assessing Luka Modric and the year under review, maybe in terms of goals, Luka Modric and Shebebri. But as a midfielder, Untimi use goals as the ultimate metric to measure the quality of a midfielder in the long run. It is a ye best players na midfielders woma. Now they are more to 2 strikers now. Goals no crash will come even maybe second or even third. It's a Rodri, any Vinicius Junior Ballon d'Or awards no. Meaning if Shadrack still has
statistics between the two of them now better here. Because who he goes in the two nchen na Abia Vinicius Junior share more goals than Rodri. About dribbles are not Rodri. In terms of success rate, no. Vinicius made more dribbles, but the success rate now from nchen Rodri. About chances created Rodri was there. About passes, about nyoma bebre na Rodri ebron so aside goals. So the moment you are comparing the midfielder and attacker, it could be say goals no attacker na the chain midfielder no. But about other metrics say can won be to say passing, dribbling, san your man keten na. E be na midfielder na the bro attacker no so. It could also be the opposite. Say e be a midfielder no good quality passes, chances created. What did they mention as no? San your money na be wo honom there, but na e be a ukọ attacker no so there, ne dribbles. Ne big chances created. Ne nyoma bebre no e bro ne there so. And the influence in games. Itiama may be very careful when it comes to some of these things. But I think the borderline around statistics in this annual money how influential these players were in their setup. Sanka Utu asumesi no bentin free team ni mu a na na ebe team no. It will be Rodri dia. When Rodri never played for Manchester City, he will to Manchester City. It will set the gap in terms of when Rodri plays and when he doesn't play. Vinicius Junior the same thing, but compare with me no influence now. Even without Vinicius, Real Madrid won some games. But without Rodri, Real Madrid struggled. Man City struggle. So she san your money din eto de bia. Yen hwe your man kitten bi. Me no me di to me e pa say. Real Madrid say pa ne de me sanka. Wo hwe Kylian Mbappe din ni goals do na wa se we pa ne de o mo concede goals na. Fancy, MSN Castle share betimi aba. But also the nyoma to nyoma so din na hwe nyoma din without Kylian Mbappe no be o betimi step up the Real Madrid that said this number of goals ana. In previous seasons Vinicius ayam ehu. And yes we share 40 goals. What did they mention as no? But the combination of Vinicius and Jude Bellingham, the number of goals they give Real Madrid no kwa beji afa so no kwa ebo share. What am I saying?
Even when any first season or by me, I say
yes.
Number one criticize as well struggle.
Yes. We be na be ma won Barcelona for no so adodo na bi ebi mu gina Rafinha chi say da bi Rafinha born na born this season. I was say because fancy go and check the number of goals Rafinha scored. Never time and 1-0. And na eba be 2-1. And eba be 3-1 yama Barcelona. Na e hwan na ehye sa goal no. Then you monitor when Pedri was absent from Barcelona games. And when Pedri, then you monitor when Yamal was absent from Barcelona games and when Yamal was there. So it's a broad discussion when it comes to the La Liga best player of the season. But to the league alone, I think it will definitely be restricted to nipa no number of goals ne kwan of so share these goals in crucial moment. I play a role in maybe a position of the club, no maybe a da. Say be a time and a number near 2-1. So the reason why check Scott McTominay why he won the Serie A MVP now, fancy one share goals and bro be there so. But omo check Scott McTominay goals now share na. Either say Napoli that form 1-0. No bet na 1-1. And abo near 1-1 na Scott McTominay share na 2-1. And na game no mo be league mo ending na Scott McTominay be den. Abehye na me di MVP no mo hwe ni di na mo say da bi. Ye di MVP because Retegi na J the goalkeeper the talents there. But look at Scott McTominay, it's about the impact. And yet only the numbers alone. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of the productivity now. What they what the tones and you know. So it's interesting to see who they are going to pick out of the lot. Fancy strikers 4-way, all beyond the style. Teams in India careful. Yebebubi, Monfanshe Mutrim, Sesko, Gyökeres, Dilap, Ekitike. Sa 4-way, Yebebubi. Ye bobu ba ko pe
na de la pon de ase man yu na ya fa
ye de ye bobu ba ko pe senti na me kasa asem no say sa four strikers ye de ya ba ko be ntebe
nti Osimhen ono bi ampa na
Osimhen no ni wo Saudi Arabia o pe hila na ko club worker
Osimhen so stay Europe
scanner Osimhen
e pe no nyina is scanner o demand no obi no one man
nobody is ready to pay that money for him.
No. He'll only amount 40 million euros a season. Now Europe will be a crime on 20.
Now
sorry in Saudi for Nako.
What's it there?
Because they can't match these guys.
Let's be honest with ourselves here. Here's the statistics of Victor Osimhen. Steve Obetimabem. Here's the statistics of Victor Osimhen. Fancy. On that 40 million a year striker, also would try and say 40 million.
So far, though, and there's what actually say, Siscano on Quandria. There's sound the one idea. A scan on war, Tino Mutia amount. By Europe, Memefuso Osimhen also watching more than 10 million euros.
10 million also watch bro. Because you won't table for one more just add in. What you say? Fancy in Europe, in Europe.
Why ya demo it? Take it. 1 year pre-season.
See where we are making mistakes, Meba. In Europe, 1 full season, and Osimhen proving himself beyond reasonable doubt. The season Napoli won the league. Go back to when he was at Lille. Go back to when he came to Italy for the first time. Check the number of goals and not the season. No team clock 20 goals.
Say you know now already.
Meba. No, Meba. Because there's only 1 season. You see, Europeans want more to add. Subsequently, minimum form guys are very important. But they look at many other factors, including the fitness of Victor Osimhen. African man was about full season. Campo biwo Galatasaray bia prank tinket bi kran yedey. Emba at Napoli bo timi bo 2 or 3 games. No e pra. 3 games, before games, 5 games. No e pra. No conche. When you need him most, maybe or to purpose. And the demands he's making, no more set examples in our background checks. Oh Napoli now subain to say. Oh Lille now subain to say. Now bonne say because ka o probia. Me to me say Akomeah all on Victor Osimhen and anka Paris Saint-Germain. Because Luis Campos play a massive role Lille in the life of Victor Osimhen. Any baby or Nini could do here. And they were that close. But why are they not paying the amount of money?
They say PSG in Trebia more.
PSG in Pia. They say Europe class. Do not see Victor Osimhen and kill Pia.
After Mbappe, no more yes.
Good. As usual.
Me so bibia so whatever Akomeah be can attitude something be me hu ni bibia but sa 1 season no de Napoli ni we na Akomeah can de me ni hobby ya na game ni tie no usually no obetimi anya worst form baby but pick up on twa ni hwe na chibiem Osimhen from Napoli de oye no if you think say once the fan oba oboa he has come yes
Alatani
and uni mama sancho the Nigeria for strikers no so pick up na oba free game no anyini o check the Nigerian strikers Obafemi Martins mo Yakubu Aigbemumo all of those guys this a game no anyini basa or drop it was through and sika or say no Nigeria for na mo
yeah Steve Bray
yeah Osimhen